Welcome to On the Rocks with Doolin, Dalton,
and the Songbird. We got a very special podcast show. We're bringing it new semester, new us. We did end up switching our time. We had a little trouble. That's why we're coming to you with from podcast form. We got Joey here over Discord. Say hello to the people, Joey.
Ace Field Reporter Joey here.
And of course, we have my wonderful and awesome co-host, Dalton. Dalton.
That's me. I'm Doolin Dalton, and welcome to probably our first episode on YouTube. Because I didn't tell Kyle this. I'm gonna start uploading our stuff to YouTube and SoundCloud.
We're probably gonna need
Epic.
We're gonna have to get like a visual of some sort.
Oh yeah, I mean I'll just put the logo on there. But I mean if there's any animation people out there that want to make an animation, that would be cool.
Yeah, of us talking. They'll
You go.
We'll have animated podcasts. How funny would that be? That'd be so much money.
That would be an absurd amount of money. Or we can just all show our beautiful, cute faces sometime.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. But we just before the podcast, we were talking about GameStop. Apparently right now, I don't know anything about this stock in GameStop. So Joey, as the Ace Field reporter, what's going on?
I've been reporting on some Wall Street bets. So let me give you the situation. So there are these things called hedge funds. Hedge funds. That's the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
And what they are is, to the best of my knowledge, I really haven't looked them up. This is just what I've ascertained from what I've heard. They're corporations that invest in other companies to make a profit, and then when the company stops getting profitable, they sell their shares and go into a new adventure. And so it's a pandemic. No one's going out. People have stopped going to GameStop even before the pandemic, but the pandemic made it worse. People just stay at home, buy games on their computer, their console, whatever, or order them off Amazon, whatever. So GameStop on the downward trend. Nobody goes there. Kind of sucks. Like who goes to GameStop? Not me. And the hedge funds that invested in GameStop saw this and were like, you know what? Let's go on to something else. So they started to sell their shares. And there is a subreddit on reddit.com called Wall Street Bets, which at the time that this started had about a little over 1 million subscribers. Now they have like 3.5 million subscribers. But they realized that they could sort of create like a squeeze in the stock market, which is where a lot of people pump money into a stock and it like inflates really high, really quickly for a little bit. And they did this in such a drastic change. Like I'll have to get on my phone and like look this up, how much it has changed in the past week. But basically, like the entire community just invested in GameStop as a way to be like, oh, let's screw these billionaires. Let's invest in GameStop and make them lose billions of dollars in potential profit. Since January 11th, the stock price of GameStop has increased 1,741%. And this is like unheard of. Like this is a company that's dying on the downward trend. I think they're starting to close stores, but their stock prices have increased 17-fold.
So you're basically they just said, so they just got a group of people and said, hey, we're going to invest in GameStop while it's cheap, and if a bunch of people do it, it's going to become expensive, and then we're going to sell.
Yep. But the thing is, they're not selling because they want this to go as high as possible. Elon Musk, he tweeted about it. He said that if a stock price gets to $1,000 for a share, then he's gonna put the GameStop logo on his next rocket.
Oh my gosh!
Which really bolstered the effect. And now they're doing it with other companies in a similar situation, like BlackBerry, AMC, Nokia. All those like stocks have like doubled in the past 24 hours. And the hedge fund company that sold their GameStop shares, that was the reason that the people decided to do this, basically as a big middle finger to these companies. I think this was yesterday before the stock price doubled this morning. I think yesterday they had lost $11 billion.
The GameStop did?
No, the people that sold the GameStop shares. And there was a guy that in September of 2019, he just for no reason whatsoever was like, everybody should invest in GameStop. Like, this is a smart financial decision.
Oh my
And
gosh.
he invested $55,000 in GameStop in September
Oh.
2019, and today he has $44 million. From 55,000, he turned that into 44 million, all because of an internet joke. And
Dude.
now people are getting their panties in a bunch about it because rich people don't like it when they lose money. Who'd have thought?
So does it actually do anything for GameStop, or is it just for all these people who are investing?
Maybe. If eventually, like in a couple days, the stock price gets so unbelievably high and they're like, okay, let's sell. And everybody sells. Bonk. They're in the same place they were before, but now there's companies that lost billions of dollars because of it. Like I said, it's basically just done out of spite against rich people. And now there's thousands of Americans, tens of thousands of Americans now who have a couple extra $1,000 because of this. So
Wow.
I don't think it's what Ronald Reagan had in mind for trickle-down economics, but I think it worked.
So, okay, a couple questions. So, GameStop, to me, when I think of GameStop, I think they are the man. I like, because they rip you off when you turn in stuff, and like it's not. So like, they used the dying company to get at the rich, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Wow, that's freaking awesome. Well, that's a super interesting story. Because, like, I mean, I haven't been to GameStop. I mean, actually, I did buy something from GameStop. I bought Animal Crossing for Christmas. But, like, since then, I haven't bought anything for myself. Like, I haven't bought, like, if I was going to buy, I'd go online or something. But, yeah, so, Joey, thank you so much for that story. I really didn't know what was going on, like, fully.
There is still ample opportunity to hop on this train. I can't, but like if I could, I would. But there's chances it could just continue to keep growing to astronomically
How much is the
new
stock
heights.
right now?
What?
How much is the stock right now?
Well, the stock market's closed, so the only thing that it can tell you is like after hours, which is basically like their estimate of what it's going to be in the morning. I think. I don't know.
Okay, well, let's get that. How much are they?
At close, a share was worth $347.51, compared to, let's say, March when the pandemic started. March 16th, one share of GameStop was $4 and
Wow.
37 cents. So the increase there is about 9,000%.
Bro, I wish I would have hopped on this train earlier, dude. I could have got some stocks in that. Holy cow.
Dude, I'm too nervous now to, do that, to hop on, because, mostly because, like, what if, like, everybody's just like, oh, okay, it's the meme, blah, 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 and then, like, it doesn't work out, and then you're out $300 for GameStop, and GameStop's not going to come back. I don't know what they're going to do with this money, but that's my next question is, how in the world is GameStop going to use all this money? Because are they going to come out with, like, they are going to come out with a freaking game system or something along those lines?
So basically, what the stock market is it's essentially a bet.
Yeah.
You put money into a company according to how well you think it's going to do. So I don't think I don't know if they directly like get this money, or if it is just like an approximation, or if the money is just like an approximation of how good a company can do or will do, or how poorly a company is doing. I really don't know. I've just started, like, I've known about stocks and the general workings of the stock market, but I don't know it well enough to, like, I don't know where the money goes or who get money's weird.
Yeah, I think how it works is like when a company goes public, you're depending on how much share you have in the company, you sometimes get to vote on the board of the company, because that's when you're able to vote on, like, who's the CEO. So, like, that whoever that dude is who has, like, the $4 million, he probably has, like, a decent amount of say in GameStop now. So
I don't know. I'm not sure about that because I think I'm not going to pretend to be.
yeah,
A business
I'm not.
guy
I'm
or
not
whatever.
in a con.
But I think the way it works is a business can sell their, like, they basically say how many stocks they're allowed to have on the market. So you can't just go and buy GameStop if you buy all their stocks. Like, that's not how that works. I think they only set a certain amount.
Well, right,
that they
but
can
their
sell.
shares of the company is the thing.
Yeah, well, they're very, very small shares, even if you get a lot. Is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, the owners will always have the most amount of shares.
Right, but I do believe that the whoever owns the stock does have some say in the company because
I don't think he does. I don't
Dude.
think they put even enough out there.
I think they do because I remember my economics teacher, he was actually my football coach too. He said that he had stock in some stuff and he got letters in the mail that said, "Okay, vote for who you want to represent this aspect of the board." So I don't know. Doolin, Dalton, and the Songbird. We're trying to talk about economics. I literally have
Yeah,
no
Doolin,
idea.
Dalton, and the Songbird
Yeah.
are the best business majors here at Capital.
Yeah,
actually.
literally. Like,
Really.
I'm like over here, like, dude, I'm literally trying to talk like not politics. I'm literally trying to talk like economics with you guys, and like, as cool as that is, the meme is good, but like, as soon as we get down underneath like the face value, I'm like, my knowledge starts to waver. Like, I feel like it's representation in the company. I think that's what you're buying because you're buying a share of the company. And I get what you're saying by it's not enough money to like buy the company. You're right. They're not going to put out like 50%, so the people have half the say. They're going to put out like a certain amount, which that makes sense. But still, whatever percent is if you own enough stock, they will go to you with decisions about the company.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I wonder. They probably just made more than they ever made at GameStop if they do get the stock.
See, that makes sense for a guitar company, because Taylor's thing. Now I can speak on this. So like Taylor's thing is like, especially when you get up to like the 814 CEs. That's like the model. That's like the really high end model. When you get up to those become like crafts and like works of art. So it comes to that point where you're like, okay, like I'm making this guitar, I'm putting in all this time and effort into creating this musical instrument that will probably be out of 90% of guitar players' price ranges. So at that point, I do understand why because you pretty much make what you sell is the bottom line.
I'd also like to say, in case anybody sees this and sees something that is totally wrong in what I have said, which I definitely have, I'm not a financial advisor. Please don't nail me in
don't.
the comments.
Yeah, actually, in the comments, don't. I mean, like, it's stocks, man. I can't even speak anymore on it because I pretty much like I know like it's just shares, but it's whatever. I guess on another note, I didn't really know where I was going to transition, but we're all back on. We're back on school, or we're back at school.
Coming back Monday, normal shows.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
Oh yeah, we should probably plug our show. So Monday, it's 5 to 7, right, Dalton?
Yeah.
So Monday 5 to 7, we're switching the show time. It's no longer Wednesdays 5 to 7. It is Mondays 5 to 7. We had a quick mix up with the board at WXCU, but it's all cool because we got to figure it out now. But Monday is the day that really worked out with Dalton and I's schedule. But
Bro, I just had an idea.
what's up?
What if we just recorded the radio room during the podcast section, like on our phones, and then we could have a video to go along with the audio?
How would that work? Like, Like the radio show? We record the... Oh, we already do record the radio show.
We record the audio. So what if we, like, just put... I have a tripod. Just put, like, my phone on a tripod, and then we could record the room. And then we would have video to go with our audio.
Quick question. You said Monday 5 to 7?
Yes.
Monday 5 to 7.
I can be there for the podcast portion, which is what matters.
Awesome, yeah. I'm like... See, I don't know how that's going to work out still with, like... I'm trying to get a job. This is the Kyle Gowan's job hunt saga. I'm really, like, trying to get a job so I can move out of my parents' house for this upcoming summer, and I could just live in Columbus until further notice, pretty much. In order to do that, I have to have 3 paychecks, pretty much, for, like, the housing people. So the timeline and, like, is slowly closing because I have to also get housing. At the end of February, I think, is when housing is coming up. So it's like you have to determine, like, where you're gonna live. So, like, I'm trying to get a house with, like, you know, Michael and Josh and those guys, and it's slowly coming to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel more. Like, I applied for, like, at first I was like full bore, like, I'm going to Guitar Center, I'm going to Sam Ash. I called, like, I literally I followed up. Yeah, I followed up with those dudes, and both of them pretty much said no. The one guy said that, like, but not, they weren't mean about it. The guy from Guitar Center is really cool. He said, like, I'm overstaffed right now, but, like, I'll keep your name on file if I ever need you. So that was really cool. Like, you know, so I have something like that. And then at the Music Tech Recital Hour, Dalton, I don't know if I told you this. Do you know the dude who worked at the Shrunken Head?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually, like, reached out to him. Like, I kind of stalked him on Instagram. And I reached out to him and I said, hey, man, like, I know you guys aren't doing anything now, but, like, would you guys need help out over the summer? And I think he was thinking I meant, like internship, which I'm not really looking to intern at the Shrunken Head. I'm looking to, like, work there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that I have that sort of lined up. And yeah, so I'm kind of on the job hunt now. I'm not a music job is not the bottom of the barrel. Let me just get that straight. I'm not saying the Shrunken Head's the bottom of the barrel. I'm saying that, like, now the bottom of the barrel is, okay, I'm starting to look at, like, CVS or, like, a coffee shop, or I actually applied to this one. And not that, like, I wouldn't, like, you know, like working at a coffee shop, but I'm looking for a job that isn't music. In case my employer hears this. Yeah, what's up?
There are plenty of places that offer tuition assistance for college. I know.
See,
UPS. If you work at UPS, like a UPS store, UPS warehouse, they offer $25,000 tuition assistance. Chipotle, I think it's $8,000 a year. And there are a couple other places I can't remember off the top of my head that offer tuition assistance for even part time. I think UPS and Chipotle are both part time. So.
Yeah, I need a part-time gig. That's what it's coming down to. Joey, I actually, like, emailed Super Mega's business email and I said, hey, do you guys need somebody to edit your podcast?
Oh my god.
Like, because I mean, yeah, like, I'm like, dude, you never know. I don't know how they know Justin or Jackson, but I mean, literally, I figured, like, there's no harm in emailing them. But yeah, so
bro, Matt and Ryan are gonna come and slap you in the face if you email them one more time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother them. I'm pretty much just gonna leave it at that email, and because I think what they do is they edit the podcast, which, I mean, I would totally do it because, I mean, I like to listen to the podcast anyway, and I would make it sound, like, professional.
It does. It sounds okay.
Wow, they're gonna remember that.
Yeah,
They
I'm
are.
not getting hired.
They are. The thing is when I get hired by them, they're gonna, like, look up, like, who I am, and then, like, Doolin, Dalton and the Songbird is gonna come up, and then they're gonna listen to it.
Yeah. Speaking of jobs, specifically music, I have started my wonderful career of teaching, and have been
Already?
Yeah. I've started doing field experience in the elementary school that I'm at.
Joey,
I've been
how's that
dubbed
going?
Mr. Soto. and
That's so cool.
it's weird. It's weird to be called Mr. Soto. I'll keep it a buck with you. Still not used to it. But yeah.
What do you do? As he takes a sip.
Yeah, I actually didn't see him. I'm not on Discord right now.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna turn my camera so I can see Joey.
Oh,
Okay.
so there he is. Look at him.
Yeah, he was on.
Basically, I go in there and I observe. First 2 months of the semester are at elementary school. Second 2 months are at middle school. And I basically just watch, observe, watch them teach, watch like meetings and stuff, talk. And then I have to lead my own lesson, teach the kids, get watched by my teacher, which is kind of like teacherception. There's teachers watching teachers in a teacher.
Yeah.
It's funny. But I do that once for elementary school, once for middle school. And the good thing is, God, I feel so bad for these kids because COVID has absolutely decimated any form of a concise schedule. Because like they have an orange week, red week, purple week.
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
And like we have they still like A days and B days, but like there are the way that it's like spread out because they're all online on Wednesdays. So like the way it's spread out is so weird, and like for at least like the music and art and PE classes, they will not see the same group of kids again for 3 weeks.
That sucks, especially for like the band kids.
Yeah, we were talking about how low retention is, but the silver lining is I can teach the same lesson like 15 times before I have to be watched teaching that lesson, and it's a lot funner than I expected it to be. I mean, I expected to enjoy it, but I didn't expect to like be excited about it because.
Yeah, I mean that's cool. You're like teaching. It's kind of weird because like we're like dudes in our 20s and like it's kind of weird because I mean it feels like just yesterday you're sitting in high school and you're hanging out with like your cool psychology teacher, so like to be called like Mr. Soto, or I guess like if I was a teacher, it really is because I mean Mr. Gowans, dude, Mr. Gowans would be nuts. Mr. Gowans,
You'd be the coolest history teacher though, I will say.
Dude,
I believe it or not, I wanted to be the things that I wanted to be when I was growing up. I wanted to be a history teacher because I just liked history, especially like like the 1900s kind of history. And then like I got into music history and I never looked back. But then I want to be a cop too, but that kind of sailed out the window because I was like, I can't do that. And then also like freaking the police suck right now.
Oh.
Hot topic.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 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 We need some reform. Anyway. Anyway. Hey, man. Anyway. Yeah, but like, yeah, so I wanted to do that. And then like, I want to be like a radiologist too, which is like people who like give x-rays. Like that was like what I wanted to do like junior year until I was like, hey man, I like playing guitar for a living. So then now I'm just like a guitar player that is like music tech, and I enjoy it. That's what I enjoy. I think the only way I'll be Mr. Gowans is to like, son or daughter's boyfriend or girlfriend.
Oh my god.
Have her back home by 9:30 here.
Yeah, that's what it'll be, except it'll be like, hey man, be cool. Hey, Johnny, stay cool.
Stay cool, man. Stay cool.
But yeah, so that's Joey's Mr. Soto. Joey, the thing is I can't see you as a Mr. Soto. I would, of course, in like a professional environment, I would totally be like, yeah, that's Mr. Soto. But like, dude, we make fart jokes.
It is so weird, like hearing, especially at an elementary school level, just like hearing and being with other teachers interacting with each other. Because like there's like curse all the time when there like are students in the room. Like I watched like a meeting between all like the like extracurricular teachers like art, gym, health, PE, whatever, all that fun stuff. And like the way they were talking, they're like talking about like some students. Like they're talking about like who likes who, and I was like, people talk about this?
Yeah.
And then I was like, has a teacher ever talked about me like this? Has the teacher ever like talked about who I liked? And I was like, that's weird. That's a weird.
Wait, they were talking about like gossip, like who likes who?
Yeah, because like in the day, like smartphones and like all that, like it's crazy.
You know, I don't doubt that, honestly. Like, if you're a teacher, you like are just kind of a part of like the. See, the thing is teachers always said this, is they're always listening. Whatever you're telling your friends, they're listening. And you don't expect them to be there. So you act like they're not there, and then they're freaking there, and you're like, oh, hey, you know I like this person? And then they just, like, put input, and it's just weird. And then they know your girlfriend. Like, I've had situations where teachers have, like, known my girlfriend. They're like, oh, you're dating blah, blah. And I was like, oh, yeah, man, like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I also feel like at elementary school, it's a lot easier to read that sort of stuff, because, like...
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah.
I mean, because the kids really don't know you're there then.
They also like talk like a lot about like the bad kids. Like, oh, I have like the worst day with this kid, or like, how is this kid for you?
Yeah, I mean, Deer is gonna have those. There's my dad always has those kinds of stories, but except he doesn't come home swearing about it. He does Sunday school at my church, and these kids are like little, like, you know, they're heathens because, you know, they're just freaking crazy and throwing paper airplanes around. So he always comes home with like these like horror stories. And yeah, so I kind of understand that from a different perspective, but I couldn't imagine, you know, being a teacher. That'd be kind of nuts. I'd hope my students would like me, but, you know, it's whatever. All right, so Dalton just gave me the cue for 30 minutes. Really quick though, I got some new D&D dice, and I just want to show you guys them over Zoom. Nobody else will know, but I'll just give a plug for this company. So,
sponsor us.
Check this out. It's pink and like light blue, and it's heavy.
Oh, like cotton? It's cotton candy colored, bro.
Yeah, and I love that. So I got another set too. So this company is called Kraken Dice, and they are phenomenal. They have $5 sets, they have $8 sets, and then they have $10 sets or something along those lines. And the sale that I took part in, and check out this one. It has rocks in it. You see that, Dalton?
Mm-hmm.
So the sale I took part in, it gave me a free D20, and like the free D20 was like a mini one, and it was really cute. But like, just have to say, if you're looking for D&D dice or like dice sets, freaking go to Kraken Dice, because reasonably priced, like, I mean, they do have their more expensive sets, but like $5 set of acrylic dice, you can't really beat it. I mean, they have reasonably priced dice, and then they're like of a really awesome quality. And then they have case candy. Like, look at this octopus on the bag. They give you a free dice bag. There's an octopus. It's like an ethereal octopus holding a D20 for those of you who are listening in. But it really, really awesome. I also got this really like, it's so cringe. Joey, I thought of you when not like thought of you, but like I thought of you with like cringe. Like,
Joey is cringy.
No. It says Geek Life. It's like normal life, but there are dragons. because we would have made fun of it together. Not like you would like it or you're cringe.
Joey's cringe.
But yeah, so just quick plug for them. Okay, so I guess we'll wrap up the show. It's 8:32. So everybody, thank you so much for joining us. This has been On the Rocks with
Doolin, Dalton,
and the Songbird. So remember, everybody, when we put this up, the next time you'll hear us is next week on Monday, 5 to 7. That's Monday, 5 to 7. We switched it. And hopefully we'll be spinning some good tunes. I don't know whose week it's going to be, but we'll figure it out. And yeah, and it's going to be pretty awesome. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and take it easy.
Also, we might have video.
Is that why'd you wait so long to say that, Dalton?
I don't know why I waited so long.
Okay, deuces. Everybody take it easy. Deuces.
Deuces. Everybody say bye. Fading out. We're fading out. There's Ezra.
Fade out. Okay, is it faded?